Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of Wonderlings. If you enjoyed the series, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Okay, so last time we left off with you all arriving at a massive bush bustling with the activities of a city. But all of the civilians were small insects, various bugs flying through the sky, filling the air, walking along the ground, the size of you, for you have been shrunk after taking on a mercenary protection job of Hubert and his wagon and merchandise. You drifted through a sweet-smelling fog, of which the wagon wrecked, came to a steady stop amongst a massive forest of grass, where you quickly noticed that Hubert and his pet rabbit were missing, and only you and the supplies remained, along with the wagon. The horses gone, and you had magically and mysteriously been shrunk to the size of insects. And you have been guided here to Bug City by a doodlebug that you encountered while trying to figure out a way to grow back to your normal selves. And that is where we pick up, on the edge of Bug City, at a berry bush, with Doodle leading you to the inside.
And, hoping someone speaks common.
Yes, you are here in search of a way to speak common or speak bug.
Rip having to be our translator.
Yes, one person at a time.
I want to learn how to speak bug.
With Vishara being the only one who communicate through mind talk. Because
I
as
want
we
to
all
eat
know,
the bugs.
mind speak is universal.
Yep.
Eat the bugs. It's probably not taboo. I'm sure they eat each other.
Giant roasted cricket.
It's just a spider stall full of like bug juice.
You know, like
That's where bug juice comes
the
from.
pigs on the spit. It's just a cricket instead.
Just a series of aphids and it's a ladybug on the front stall.
Sounds pretty good, honestly.
It's like crab.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't eat crab.
Allergic.
No, they look like bugs.
They
I
are
don't want to
bugs.
eat bugs.
Kinda. If you broaden your horizons of bugs, they are in fact bugs.
I mean, crabs and lobsters are just sea bugs, so.
Exactly.
Yes. Though people don't like to think of them as bugs. But I do.
I
I chew
absolutely
the
think
bug.
of them as bugs, but they are big, therefore I eat them. Small bugs, no. Big bugs, yes. If crickets were the
Neither for
size
me,
of crabs,
thanks.
I would eat them.
I still would not. I still would not.
I would, because then I could eat the meat and I wouldn't have to eat the gushy bits inside. See, I can't eat a crab currently by picking off the legs and cracking them open and eating the meat. It's not worth it. You gotta eat the whole cricket. I don't want to do that.
You just gotta shrink yourself.
Or grow the bug.
You could be like Baki Hanma and fight a giant praying mantis in your imagination.
That sounds terrifying. Regular sized praying mantises are terrifying. I don't want to fight a giant one. You might though. We'll find out. So, you are currently walking in to the city of Bug City. For you sits Bug City, a miniature metropolis based in a gigantic berry bush. I kind of already said all this. So, this is kind of just bullshit now until you walk inside.
Well, we're being led, so I'm assuming we're following the bug still here.
Yes, you are following Doodle outside of just numerous bugs going in and out. It's like a miniature city. Commerce is being had. You see bugs carrying in like little boxes made out of blades of grass and like discarded bits of like bottle caps and things of that matter.
Okay.
Hmm.
Don't ask me how old a bottle cap is. I don't know. Time is fluid.
I mean, they're bugs, so they can carry a bottle cap.
Yes, but I don't know when bottle caps were invented. In my world, they've been invented now.
Yeah, you're the DM. It's whenever you say.
Bottle. It's not that hard to make a bottle cap, damn it. They're made out of metal, and they're a circle.
Since they're only a new invention, I would think it's actually kind of hard.
No. It's super easy. Super easy. You just gotta think of it. It's like a bicycle. Bicycles aren't hard to make. But you gotta think about it. Who did it? No one thought about making a bicycle. It's too crazy. 2 wheels. Right next to each other. Front and back. It could never work. It's all about invention. Innovation.
Sure.
All right, Doodle. Do you have anyone? Well, I can't talk to Doodle. Never mind.
Right.
Can you ask Doodle if he has anyone? If he knows anyone specific that can
I
help
think
us?
the last thing I did ask was for someone who might be able to speak our language. And I think he said there was someone. So,
Yes. Last time you asked Doodle to bring you to anyone who spoke multiple languages, and he kind of had a little breakdown. And then said he would take you to somebody who would know multiple languages or would know someone who knew multiple languages.
Okay. So how far up this bush we gotta go?
Yeah. It's a big bush.
It is a big bush. It is the big, in terms of buildings, it would be the biggest building you've ever seen because it's a bush and you're the size of a bug. And as you go inside, you see that the interior of the bush has been made into a grand city of discarded bottles and cans, random shoes, all placed and repurposed to be like little miniature buildings. And commerce is being had in them, each one in their own little shop. With bugs crawling in and out, multiple flying insects flying from branch to branch, large beetles with like crates on their backs, flying non-flying bugs on their backs, like a bus system. And Doodle walks with you all up to one of the beetles, kind of waiting in a line, as other bug passengers crawl inside. And he
Crawling
turns.
inside a beetle.
Well, the beetles have like a what's the word? Like a carriage on the back. Not a carriage. What's the word? Like a horse-drawn carriage when it's a beetle, but it's like a backpack. Like a backpack. It's like a backpack, but big.
Okay.
Okay.
And people ride in it. I think of words. So like all the passengers kind of like sit on like a multi-tier backpack, quotations, and the beetle kind of flies up with them. And they're all like these giant beetles with like long horns coming out the front of them. Giant Hercules beetles.
Cool.
And Doodle turns around and really speaks to all of you, but 2 of you don't understand him. He doesn't understand you because you're homeschooled. No, it's quotations. So we're going to go to the second branch level. There's the brown bottle, and there's what our guy's going to be.
What'd he say?
Yeah, Feston's like, huh?
You two do so. Sarah's quickly taking notes.
No, my mind blanked as soon as you asked me what he said. It just went right out.
Immediately forgot.
Oh shit! What did he say?
I just heard.
Yep.
That's all I heard.
I don't know why. I actually got a good night's sleep tonight. Or last night.
He said you were
But,
going to the second level tree branches, and in the brown bottle is where the individual you were going to meet is.
Okay. So, I say that, he says we need to go to a brown bottle, and we need to get on to get to the second level, I guess it is.
Okay. So what kind of bug should we be looking out for that we're meeting?
I don't think he said. Or maybe he
Can you
did,
ask him?
and I just forgot. Sure. Bashar says, or asks. So, what sort of, creature are we meeting?
Oh, we're going to go make wigs. He knows all the gossip around here. He knows everything.
She glances back at you guys and says, he said well, he didn't really describe what this, creature looks like, but he called it wigs.
I'll bet
Please
you
don't
2
be an
gold.
earwig.
I'll bet you 2 gold he is an earwig.
No. Ugh.
Oh, just afraid of a little bug, sister?
It's not so little when we're this small.
Oh, it's still just a bug.
And earwigs are nasty. And she just kind of makes like a little crawly motion with her hands.
Nasty says the one who likes to sleep in the dirt.
I still have bedding. God.
And at this time,
Well,
as the... Oh, if you want to say something, go ahead.
I totally forgot what I was just about to say.
No!
No.
I swear, my head is just, like, empty today.
It's because it's Sunday.
Maybe. Maybe it's because I'm used to streaming, like, late at night on Sundays.
Could be.
I'm not prepared.
I'm not prepared. My notes! My notes! And at that time, the line to the beetle carriage goes up, and it is now your turn to board. And Doodle hops on, and motions for you all to climb aboard.
Okay. Bashara will climb on after, carefully.
Vestin will climb in after Vishara.
And then I will climb in last.
Y'all get in, and the beetle opens up its outer wing shell, and 2 large wings fold out and up to the first layer of bush branches. And it makes a few stops along the way until eventually it lands closer to the inner portion of the branches, where Doodle gets off and motions for you all to come. And you see basically what looks like the slums of the berry bush. You see multiple broken, like, old discarded cans kind of wedged in between the tree branches, and most notable is a fairly large brown bottle that's cracked in multiple places and chipped, sitting kind of at an angle on one of the branches, angled down. And you see kind of like multiple bugs along the outside of it, holding out like little flower buds, kind of like little bagels, but bug variety.
That looks a little dangerous to be in.
You know, I thought it was going to be called the brown bottle for another reason, not it being an actual brown bottle. But these are bugs, so I should have lowered my expectations.
I love that I can use bugs as an excuse to not have to really walk to make names anymore. So great. I can just call things like they are, and it's great. Why is it called the brown bottle? Because it's a brown bottle. That's great.
I don't know what you expected when we have Doodle here and we're meeting an earwig,
Bug name.
possibly.
Look, they don't live very long. They can't really even come up with names, okay?
But yet we have a city.
Got a city. Why is it called Bug City?
I'm
Because it's
sure-
a city for bugs.
I'm sure it's multiple generations to create this.
This city has been here for 2,000 generations, but it's only been here for a year.
Are bugs like kobolds?
11 days. Some all, yes. Just wait till you meet the ones that only exist just to have sex and then die immediately afterward.
So you mean bees?
Yes.
Wait, I thought bees do like the flower thingy. They don't like immediately die, right?
They do
Male
the little
bees
flower
immediately
thing.
die after sex, yes.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
And they're also kicked
No.
out of the hive during winter because they're no longer needed. And then they die from the cold.
Yeah.
It's not easy being a male bee. You need it only for sex, and then you're killed. Like male ants.
Yeah, male ants too.
You need it for one
I
thing and one
didn't-
thing only.
I didn't know this.
And once you're no longer needed for that purpose, I like male
Apparently
spiders.
today is bug sex ed class.
Every day is bug sex ed class when you're around me.
I
Really?
thought bees were mostly all men except for like the queen.
No, it's mostly
No,
all female.
bees
like
are
ants.
bees are all female.
I mean,
Oh.
most just like ants are going to be neuters. They don't really have gender. That's what we see.
Well, the
Queens are
more
only
you
females.
know. Yeah.
The more you know. Yes, Ants. The movie Ants and the movie Bugs Life both lied to you.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Bug's Life.
Yep. Human context for bug things.
Like me with Doodle. Speaking of Doodle, he turns around to you and says, that's where we're going. Wick should be in there. He usually is. Try to keep a low profile.
Ishara looks at you both and says, he said to keep a low profile.
That seems rather difficult given our gestures.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
my thought.
Maybe low profile means something else.
Maybe he just
Maybe.
means don't be flamboyant. And don't get angry. I don't know.
Oh, that'll be difficult for you.
It'll be difficult for you. What are you talking about?
We're just getting into an argument right here.
We'll see how it goes. think that's our only recourse.
Mm-hmm.
And, Bashara will make her way inside.
All right. You make your way inside. You enter through the. God, what was the opening of a bottle called? I don't remember. You enter through the lid of the bottle. You make your way inside, and inside is a makeshift little tavern. At the very end, you see a brown puddle of liquid that's like held back behind the counter. A crunchety-looking old bug kind of sits behind the counter and has like these little droplets of liquid that occasionally he puts out to people. You see multiple little tables that are made out of like thimbles and like other small discarded bits of human creation that are like set up as like tables and chairs, and various bugs are sitting around there. It's actually quite empty. There's not very many people in here. And Doodle looks around for a bit, and then, without really looking at you, kind of motions to you with a claw, and he begins to make his way inside, with an obvious location in mind as he walks in.
Follow right behind.
Yep.
Yep. Trying to look inconspicuous among bugs.
And as soon as you all enter, you do get a few glances from like various other bugs who all look a little worse for wear. A lot of them have like cracks in their carapace. You see a few of them actually lost their arms, and a few of them are like growing arms back, so like little nubs are growing back. Some of them are like missing antenna. And all of them kind of like have like this little dew drop of brown liquid in front of them, and occasionally drinking at it. And Wig takes you closer to the back of the bottle, and the bottle is at an angle, steep down, so it's kind of like a little bit of a slide going in. The bugs don't seem to like have any problem with it, but for you all, not having the little grabby fleet of bugs, kind of slip a little bit as you walk. But it takes you closer to the back, and sitting at a thimble is this kind of old, like, not really old, but worse for wear earwig. But you notice like the back of them, where you usually see like the two pencils at the back, have kind of like are missing. So he doesn't have the back end of a usual earwig, and it's just like the front bit. And he's sitting down at a table drinking one of these dewdrops. And he looks up and notices Doodle and you three. But despite the few glances you all get, it's not really much of a... You don't really seem too out of place here.
Don't seem too out of place.
I think
With
if
a bunch
anything,
of
Bashara only fits in because someone might figure her armor is, bug carapace. You two, though. You two probably
Oh.
look a lot more fleshy.
I did not realize that your armor was a little more carapacey.
I mean, it is like, I think, scale mail? So. Yeah, I mean, not really carapacey, but more carapacey. if
More
that makes any
shell-like than
sense.
squishy.
carapace-like.
Yes.
Okay.
And Doodle walks up to this bug with you three behind, and begins to they begin to speak to each other. And just for ease of use, I'm gonna say that Vishal, you kind of get like a rough translation of what transpires next. Doodle roughly explains the situation that the three of his friends are looking for a way, or looking for someone who speaks multiple languages. Uh, and basically, hearing Doodle's responses, you kind of put the responses from Wiggs kind of into place. Uh, Wig seems to respond that he does know someone who could help, but it'll cost Doodle in a favor later on down the line. And Doodle seems to hesitantly agree. From the for the transaction.
So Bishar's gonna turn to the others and say, "It seems that our friend here is gonna trade a favor to find us someone who might speak something we can understand, hopefully.
What's the favor?
They didn't specify. At least that I can tell.
Well,
Maybe
I'm
we
sure.
could help him out with this favor?
I mean, I would hope we can. But I don't know for sure, so we'll have to see."
Won't hurt to ask.
And then there's a little bit more of a conversation, and Doodle tones back to you and says, so the person we need is here. He's farther up, near the top, near the flowers. So yeah, that's where we're headed.
She'll turn to the other two and say, "Well, it seems we're gonna go further up, towards the flowers. And that's where we should find this person."
All right. Sounds simple enough. Do they have a name or what they look like?
Bishara will go and ask, "So, what's the name of this creature?"
Oh, it's Shadow. I don't know them personally, but apparently they really like to walk around bees.
She'll turn back and say, "They seem to like bees." And,
What was their name?
what was it again?
Shadow.
Chatter?
Yeah.
Okay, their name is Chatter.
And they like to work around bees.
Yes, that's the information I got.
I'll bet you a
Alright.
gold they're another bee.
Well, if they like to work around bees, they might not be a bee.
I love how this game has just become identify the kind of bug based on the name.
Before we meet up, yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, shall we get going?
Bishara motions to be on her way.
And Doodle turns around, waves goodbye to Wiggs, and makes their way out with you all. And he goes, okay, so we're gonna need to take several beetles to get to the top level. Unless any of you can fly. It'd be much easier if you all had your wings.
Nope, can't fly yet.
Bishara looks at you guys and says, "Apparently, he wishes we could fly."
Can't fly, but can climb. If we can't get a beetle up.
She'll tell him that flying is optional for our kind. So,
Optional. Well, can you optionally do it now?
no.
Oh,
No, it does not quite work like that.
that is a shame. Okay, well, to the Beatles it is.
All right. And she'll follow along behind once more.
Vestin follows along.
Yep.
Okay. You all leave the brown bottle and begin to make a series of different flights from beetle to beetle, going up each level of berry bush branch. And as you go up, you notice that like basically each level of settlement gets a little bit more nice. It seems like the layers of poverty almost disappear the higher up the bush branches you go, until eventually you get to the top. And this seems to be a little bit less of a market area like the previous levels, and goes into more of a almost like a work environment where you see different different bugs carrying out like little containers made out of different materials. They all seem to be filled with like pollen and various materials like that.
Quick, everybody, roll for allergies.
Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Fuck. No.
Luckily, I'm good with that.
You see that they all seem to be filled with like pollen. Some of them are filled with like clippings of leaves. Even like some fungal and like moss bits are like put in there. And this seems to be like more of a work area for different bugs who seem to be collecting bits of the berry bush from up above. And you all land on one of the berry branches and make your way out. And up top, it's more windy the farther you go up. So there's like a slight breeze, but you can feel like the intensity of like the wind hitting the branches and kind of shaking them a little bit. And the bugs don't really seem to mind it too much. They kind of hold on tight, with like the little claw feet, and carry about business as usual. The sweet smell of flowers fills the air and the branches up above. You can like smell these sweet like pollen from the flowers, kind of like surrounding the outer edges of the bush. And you hear like the humming of like buzzing wings going from flower to flower. And Doodle goes, I should be around here, probably out closer to the edges. And he just kind of scurries off in a direction. Going from the
Where's
inner
he
branch,
going?
he's going from the inner branch out to the outer branches, closer to the the outer flowers and whatnot.
Well, this looks fun.
Vestin looks at all the leaves and goes, yes, fun.
Do you follow?
Yeah.
I don't think we have a choice, so.
Yeah.
There's always a choice. The choice for chaos. I burn the bush down. Yeah, to the bug
I
city.
mean, I could do that, but
You all follow.
Let's not.
But what if we don't? But what if we did? Alright, you all follow Doodle out to one of the many outer branches. And at this point, like the branches are kind of like shaking and bobbing a little bit more. So just for the fun of it, go ahead and make me strength check. No, actually, either acrobatics or athletics checks. Yeah, maintain your footing.
18.
Which one am I actually better at? That is the question.
Do you say athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah. Athletics to like digging your body into the branch, and acrobatics to kind of like sway with the branches as it goes.
It
We'll
does
go.
not matter for me. I'm equally bad.
And if you can like think of anything that like any out of the box thinking that could like help you in the situation.
Hell yeah, you did it.
I was the
Thanks
worst.
to the roll gods.
Unfortunately, the DC was 20. Sorry.
Rip.
But you all managed to maintain your footing. Sylvie, you kind of like dig into the wood of the branches and like scurry your way across, gripping onto like all the like different bits of leaves that you can find. And Vestin and Vishal, you two kind of almost sway with the branch as it goes up and down. You kind of like sway to the motions of it, like you would kind of like carry your movement on a boat that's going up and down on waves, which is actually very similar to in a strange sense.
Bishar's gonna say, why do I feel like I'm on a boat?
I hope none
Because
of you
you
have
are,
motion
but it's a
sickness.
branch.
They should be very different things.
No. They both float. They both sway. They're both made out of wood. It's practically the same thing, really. But you make your way out, and you kind of like break the leaf cover, and the sun now kind of comes out in full force. And you see like all of these different like pollinators flying around to each individual flower. You see bees, butterflies, strange flies all going around to each flower. And it's strange because as you see this, you see like you hear almost like a faint giggling from each flower as like each individual bug goes to it. Make a perception check for me.
All of us?
If you want. If you're looking.
Yeah. 22.
Just a casual natural 20. Okay. At this point, I'll say that you all kind of notice this. Well, except for Vashon. Vashon, you do hear like this strange giggling come from all the flowers, but that's about all you really notice. Sylvie and Vishal, you two notice that like the flowers are in fact giggling, but the flowers also have faces. And you notice that like the bugs aren't just going to these flowers collecting pollen. You notice that all of these bugs are going up to these flowers with like little tiny like buckets made out of like old bottle caps and things like that. Just basically any container that they could find to like that they could fly with up to these things. And they kind of tickled the flower. And like the flowers dust off pollen by themselves into like these containers, and then the bugs fly away to a different one.
Bishar's gonna look at Sylvie and say, you think we've been drugged?
It could be a possibility.
Vestin asks, why do you ask that?
She points at the flowers in the very strange scene. I didn't know that flowers had faces. And just wiggled free, calling when they were tickled.
Vestin is like, what the? Like wide-eyed, like. No, I'm done.
This is going to change these people forever. They will never look at the same other planet again. Who knew that these flowers had tickle fetishes?
Oh no! Don't say it like that.
Too late. I've done
I
it.
totally
It's
went
out there.
there.
It's out there. It's an 18 plus stream.
Totally went
Everyone
there.
knows. And Doodle is there with you, and he's currently looking around as well. And then he stops, kind of stopping in one area, and goes, "Ah, there they go." And he kind of lets out like almost like a whistle, but it's not really a whistle. It's kind of like more of like a hiss to one of the branches. And you see where he's whistling to. There's like a small, like bee, like a small honeybee. But it's much smaller than all the honeybees that are around it, and it looks slightly off, slightly different. It's got like these two little antennae and like these two wings that like are bigger than its body, but like it's still kind of colored like a honeybee. And it lifts its head up and it looks down at you all. And it kind of like gives a wave to like a bumblebee nearby, and they all kind of like just kind of shrug it off, and then it flies down to the rest of you. And it all kind of looks at you, and you see like it has like these giant compound eyes are like looking at you. And not as up close. It looks like a strange cross between a honeybee and a fly.
Oh, great.
Vestin leans over. I told you it was a bee.
I'm not sure that's a bee.
I don't think that's a bee. Some weird mutant.
And it kind of looks at you all, and then it looks to Doodle, and it kind of speaks something like this weird bug language that you all keep hearing, and then it looks to like you three, and it kind of speaks something, and do any of you speak Sylvan?
I do.
Hold on. Frick, where's my...
Where's my languages? Where are they?
I do speak Sylvan.
Okay.
Where is my
I
languages?
feel like as an elf you should speak. Well, actually, maybe you know, probably just speak Elvish. Elvish in common.
Hold on.
Holding.
I speak a lot of languages.
I
As an
even speak
Eladrin, you
bug.
get common in one language of your choice.
Wait, really? You don't automatically get Elvish? Really?
Yeah.
That's so strange. That is bizarre.
And here's Vishal.
Yeah, I do.
Speaking
I speak
5
Sylvan.
languages.
I would have loved it if none of you took it Sylvan in the Feywild campaign.
That's specifically why I have Sylvan and not Elvish.
It's like,
I have
wow.
Sylvan and Elvish.
It's like we didn't plan this at all. Alright, so you all hear it speak in Sylvan. And it's like, oh, wingless pixies, that's strange. Hello, I'm Chatter. How's it going? Doodle told me that you need to speak. I can speak languages. All of them. Many. Not all of them. Some. Most.
Well, good day to you, Chatter. Yes. That is a Doodle explained our predicament quite well. Although we are not pixie.
You're not.
Um,
And it immediately like flies behind you and like looks for your wings. It's like, huh? Well, I knew you were wingless, but you're not pixie. That's so strange. You're so small, like us, but you're not.
well, we used to not be this small. We used to be quite bigger than Bug City itself.
I don't know. Maybe taller than Bug City? It's kind of hard to find the scale.
Taller than the
We
city.
were definitely taller.
You were giants? Giant pixies?
Not
Yes.
pixies,
let's-
but yes, we were giants.
Never heard of a giant pixie before. Hey, it's so strange. Well, you seem to talk just fine, so what's the problem?
Well, we can't speak the language that Doodle speaks, but you seem to speak a language that we can speak, so now our friend Vishar doesn't have to be our personal translator.
Yes. I could ignore the need to speak out loud, so it's helpful in these situations, but I can only keep that going with one person at a time.
Oh, you can speak bug. Interesting, interesting.
I
Well,
don't really speak Bug either, so
you don't speak bug, but you do speak bug. Makes perfect sense.
she decides to talk in his mind. This is how I speak when I want to.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's strange. That's strange. Different. Normal. Yes.
Yes, it was my only option. Thankfully, I had that, or we would just have a lot of difficulty communicating.
Hey, yes. I can see. Well, well, speak to all. Speak the most. I can speak the most. I can speak the most. Yes. To teach you, not that much. Not that difficult. No. Yes.
Well, you're definitely a step up in the ability to talk department.
Yes. Chatterbugs. That's what we do. We teach. We speak.
Now, I don't suppose you may know of a way that, or something that could make us say, bigger?
Bigger.
Turn us bigger?
Bigger. Strange. Bigger. Why would you want to be big when you can be small?
We were originally bigger, and something made us small, so now we wish to be big again.
Big again. Well, I don't know how to do that. I do know how to talk. Really, talking is all I do. And getting honey. I'll say honey. The bees don't like me too much. They say I'm not a bee, but I know I am.
Well,
So
you
what-
certainly do look like a bee, Mr. Chatter.
Thank you.
At least a little bit.
Maybe we should explain what happened. That might make this easier.
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening. I don't really listen to her. I must have just tell.
She'll talk about how they were on a
Wagon.
on something like the Beatles, and they went through some fog, and then suddenly some very strange things happened, and when they got outside, we were all shrunk. Not everything was, though, because there was definitely debris which was bigger than us. So,
Strange. Giant beetle. Thing shrunk. Very strange. Doesn't happen too often. Happened once before. Maybe twice. I don't really know. I'm not that old. No one here really is. But we're all old. But we're not. It's very strange.
well, if you have any ideas, we'd be grateful. We don't really want to stay like this.
Well, there's one
Say-
person. Maybe. Perhaps.
Are they versed in magics or anything like that? Or maybe alchemy?
The first in knowledge.
Perfect. Who is this person? Good Sir Chatter.
Well, I've never met them before. Most people haven't. They're called the Seer.
The Seer.
Sounds great.
But before you speak to them, might need to talk. Talk is good.
You might need to talk, or
You do. That's not why you're here, isn't it? That's why you came to me? To talk?
yes.
I mean, yes. Communication was needed.
Communication would be had. With me, at all.
Would you be willing to come with us to find this seer?
Oh, no. I
Mr.
can't do that. I gotta
Chatter?
stay here. I gotta make honey. You gotta make honey with the bees.
Oh.
But what if he can't? But what if you speak what he speaks and we can't?
Oh, I do speak what he speaks, but you don't, so you gotta learn how to speak.
That sounds difficult.
Oh, no, it's very easy, really.
Well, then how do we speak what he speaks?
Good question. How do you speak when he speaks? I know how to do this. I do this all the time. And they fly up to one of the many flowers, give it a tickle, and gather some pollen in their little claw hands, and then fly back down. Okay, so I went to speak shadowbug pollen. So I just take this pollen, and I kind of rub it on myself like this. And you see him like turn around, and, like rub it all over his body, and then gallows it back up in like this little strange, like almost like weird moisturized like pollen honey substance. Shadowbug honey. Perfect. Works every time.
Huh?
And yeah, what? So he went up and like covered himself in pollen.
Yes.
Is that what he did?
Yes, he flew up, got some pollen, flew back down, rubbed the pollen over himself, and then scraped it back off, and it's like this gooey, like honey-like substance now.
Is Vestin Point? Is that supposed to help us speak to him?
Yes, works every time. And you see him like divvy it out in like 3 little globs. One language of your choice.
What
every
are
time.
we supposed to do with that?
Do we eat this?
That's what I do. And you see him takes like a little bit more, and like but he like spits on it, and like you see like sizzle, and then he.
Oh no.
With like this strange like little fly mouth that like comes out and goes.
Rashar's gonna hold out her hand with the glob in it and say, "Okay, which of you wants this? I'm totally not eating it."
Vestin,
away.
Vestin will take it.
Yeah.
Well, you mark down 2 globs of language glue on my character sheet.
No. Chatterbug honey. Chatterbug honey.
I will take the third, just in case. Oh my god.
Vestin just internally is like, this is absolutely disgusting.
How long does it last, or is it?
That's a good question. I don't really know. I've ate it my whole life, so it never wore off on me.
Okay. How long do we have to eat it? It won't go bad, will it?
Well, my honey doesn't last that long, so you might eat it right now.
We might want to eat it right now?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not as refined as
do we
most
need to
bees.
speak?
Well, I don't speak Sylvan, so you probably don't need that. But Doodle speaks Bug, so you might want that one. I've been told the Seer speaks Bug too. I've never met him, so I don't really know.
Well,
Right, well,
If you've never
bottoms
met
up.
him, how do you know that he speaks bug?
He could be a bug.
You know, I never really thought about it.
I'm assuming he's a bug, but how does he know what the seer speaks if he's never met the seer?
probably what he's heard. Luckily for me, as long as they can speak some sort of language, I can communicate. So,
Veston just shakes his head and sucks down this glob of honey.
It tastes sweet. A little musky, but sweet.
sure.
Also a little dusty.
A little dusty? Yeah, probably because it was rubbed all over this freaking bug's body.
It was pollen 2 seconds ago. Okay, you now learn one language of your choice from everyone who decided to eat the cheddar bug honey.
I'm learning bug.
Okay, you learn
Yep.
bug. You
Doing
now
the
speak
same.
bug. And as you eat the honey, your ears perk up and you can understand every single bug around you.
Are they really annoying? Or are they all just like chatting cuss?
Most of them, no. Most of them were talking about like how they're just so ready for this day to end and they're ready to like go home. Because these are walker
Oh,
bugs.
Like
man.
normal people.
Yeah,
Oh,
these are
man.
walker bugs. They're working.
Too real.
So ready for the shift to be over and they can go back to the hive.
Ironically, the situation is now reversed. Everyone else can speak to everyone, and Vishar can still only speak to these two and one other person. So,
Well, at
Veston
least when we
offers
get
the
to the
glove.
seer,
not gonna
When we-
happen.
at least when we get to the seer, you can just connect to the seer, and then it'll be fine.
Exactly. I got this. I don't need to hear random chatter.
Well, lucky you.
Sure.
All right. Shall we find the seer?
Yeah, I was gonna turn to Doodle and go, Doodle, do you know where the seer is?
Oh wow, you can talk now. That's crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
See, we aren't homeschooled.
You're not?
No.
Man, our education system is failing our youth.
Different education system. But anyways, seer.
See you. What about him?
We need to find him.
Oh. Finding the seal. Well, that's not going to be easy.
Why do you say that?
Because he's not here.
Where is he?
Don't know. He kind of just shows up whenever he's needed.
Well, we kind of need him now.
Kind of looks around. That's strange. He's not here.
Oh my God. Does he have a particular spot that he shows up when he's needed?
Usually he's in the grass.
Do you know what he looks like? What kind of bug is he?
I've been told he's long. A lot of legs. No one's really seen him.
He's a centipede. Oh my god.
And he's got like...
Please be a caterpillar. Not centipede.
I've been told never call him a caterpillar.
Fuck.
I don't know why. Apparently he doesn't like that. Or maybe it's butterfly. One of the two. I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
So how do people go about finding him if he just shows up? Do they just go out yelling his name or?
Well, I guess we could ask Wig again. He might know.
Are you going to owe him another favor?
Most likely.
What was the favor that he wants you to do?
Don't know yet.
Oh.
Haven't did it. Man, this is so much easier
He
to talk
didn't-
to all of you at the same time. This is great.
Indeed.
He begins doodling on the
he didn't-
ground.
He didn't give you an idea at all of what he wanted from me?
Oh no, he just said a favor. Usually his favors are not to the benefit of others.
Are not to the benefit of others. Sounds like a right scoundrel then.
Oh, he means well. I think. Sometimes he just needs help, you know, at the detriment of others.
Well, I guess we either search the grass or we go ask Wig.
I think
Maybe
our
this
best
time we
option-
can offer a favor, so Doodle isn't forever in debt.
I think
that
that
would
is
help.
going to be our best option.
So I guess we gotta go back down.
Right where those beetle carriage things. Veston looks around.
Yeah, you look around and you find one of the beetle carriages follow in. They usually you've noticed as you've gone up that each one of the carriages is like close to the central base of the bush. And there's currently several stationed right now. A few of them are about to take off and go fly down, but one of them is still taking on passengers.
Okay.
Veston asks, all the way down?
I think it was level 2.
Yes, that's where the brown bottle was.
By the way, did anyone get the impression that was a seedy bar? Or was that just me?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh no, that wasn't the
This
CD
seems
ball.
fine.
That was the brown bottle ball. The CD ball is across the way.
Yeah?
Veston composes himself.
Bashar says, so I guess that is a literal bar that is a seed.
Oh no, that'd be crazy. Seeds are too small.
And what is it?
It's a shoe.
What? Why is it? Why? would
Okay,
you
so
call it
why
the-
is that
the
the
shoe?
CD bar?
Well, because they sow seeds. Obviously.
Oh my god! Veston pinches his nose as he's getting onto this rhino beetle carriage thing, and
Yeah.
it's just like,
This is so strange that you don't
By
understand
the-
this.
by the Fey Queen's justice, he says.
Are you sure you're not homeschooled? Because it really should be easy to comprehend that the CD ball sold seeds.
CD means something different in our normal tongue.
Very strange.
Bashar's just not gonna touch that anymore. She's learned her lesson.
Alright, you all get on to the big beetle, and it goes, all aboard to the third route. And it takes off.
Veston was getting on.
It flies down, lands at the third route, takes off again to the first branch. Some people get off. It's like a bus line. There's multiple stops.
Okay.
That's where we're
Alright.
going, right? The first branch.
Sick.
First level, first branch. Basically the same.
Yeah, that's where we're
Okay.
going.
Yeah.
Alright.
You all panic at first because, you think, ah shit, we got on the wrong one.
Well, Vishara can't actually hear those, so
Two of you panic.
she just follows everyone else.
Yeah, we're going the right way, totally. Don't worry about it.
It's like when you get on the bus
She
and
wouldn't
then
notice any difference.
you see the light go off and it's not where you thought you were going to, and then the next light is like, oh, okay, good. You stop panicking. That momentary panic sets in.
We turn to Doodle. Doodle, we're going the wrong way, aren't we?
No, this is the right way. Say we're going right.
Okay, good.
Motherfucker. This is the right way. We're going right. Yeah.
You knew what you were getting into.
I did not.
You saw Cat Stella. You knew exactly what was happening.
I'm innocent of all crimes.
And eventually you land on the first branch. You get off. And as you approach, you notice like two mice are at the branch, and they're currently just outside of the brown bottle. You see them. It looks like they're harassing some of the homeless bugs on the side of the street.
I thought this was Bug City, not Bug and Mice City.
And Doodle kind of begins to like take a long route around the mice, along like the side of the barrel. They've been coming around recently.
Should we tell them to leave?
Oh, it may cause more trouble than it's worth.
But they're harassing the citizens here.
Well, only the poor ones.
So, since Vishara has no idea what they're saying, unless she switches off, she just kept walking straight, right into them.
If you were walking straight, Doodle would have grabbed your hand and like tried to pull you back. He would have like turned his head no.
Are you sure?
He nods yes. And like
Okay.
motions you to like follow them, like a long route around.
If you insist.
He says the mice are harassing the poor bugs.
And only the poor bugs.
We've got a bit of classism here.
Vishar considers it for a second, and then says, "So, do they know much magic here?"
Not really. I don't cast magic. I doodle.
So if
My uncle can cast magic.
Oh, can he? What kind?
He draws. It's beautiful.
So if I were to summon a ray of light from the sky that would chase off the mice, they wouldn't know what it was.
You can control the sun?
Yes. Let's go
Something
with
like that.
Wow.
Something like that.
Vestin's just folding his arms and he's like, this is gonna be so bad.
Doesn't the sun get angry when you control it, though?
that. No.
No. You want to see?
Yes.
So, Vishara will cast Moonbeam on one of the mice. Or at least where it is.
Okay.
'Cause, you can move Moonbeam.
All right, you cast Moonbeam. What does it look like when you cast Moonbeam?
Since it's a beam of moonlight, it's probably blue tinged light, and it comes cascading out of the sky, kind of like a waterfall of light. Except it's gonna do some damage.
Okay. You begin to cast a Moonbeam, channeling your faith in your god to blast down a radiant light of this blue wave-like energy towards these two mice. As you do so, you notice uh, the light from the sun that's currently like flooding in kind of ceases to be. And you see like everyone else around you starts looking out of the bush towards where the sun was, and you see a giant eclipse overcome the sun, and a giant ray of moonlight sparkles down onto these two mice, and the two mice look at it and are just hit with a wave of this radiant blast. Con save. I don't think I fucked with this guy's con. I did. So 15. They got 10s. And 14.
Wow,
Holy
they're rolling high.
So this beam of light hits them, and you see like their fur begin to like sizzle. But they kind of.
Can I, when
Yeah.
when the moonbeam hits, can
Mhm.
I press a digitation and do like a boom, like a loud sound next to it? As it...
Presentation. I will say make an Arcana check, because that is. I think that's kind of like bending the boundaries of what presentation can do. So make an Arcana check to see if you can pull that off. Okay, what does it look like when you cast presentation? To like weave in the magics to like manipulate it to like this extent.
There's a lot of like hand movement in it, and it's like Vesna is like compressing the magics, and then he like unseemly pushes it out, and as the moonbeam hits, the magics warp and they boom into the sound that he's trying to create.
Okay, yeah. So as this moonbeam hits, and you see the rats, not the rats, the mice. Don't call them rats. They're very offended by that. As the moonbeam hits, you see like the fur begin to like sizzle, but they seem to almost like wheel themselves to like take minimum damage from it. Because I think it is half damage, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay, it is half. You kind of absorb the innate magics of this area into your spell, and you force it to make because normally I think you can't like make a minor sound with like a whisper or something, but you cause it to like make a loud explosive sound, almost like thaumaturgy when you cast it on top of the mice. So it's like a massive explosion of radiant energy almost with these two spells combined. And the rats do take damage, so they take to like. I called them rats again. Holy shit! I'm offending every mouse. I believe. Let's see. Rounded down, I believe that's 6 damage. So they take 6 points of damage from this radiant energy, as the moon. Is still. You still see like this giant moon eclipsing the sun, as it's still there maintaining this spell. And you see them both sizzle, and they look around. I'm gonna make a perception check to see if they like can pinpoint down who exactly did this, because these two spells I believe do have verbal components. Maybe not. I'm not too sure. But you all in like the middle of the city, so that's an 8. That's a 12. I'm gonna say no. I won't say no. They don't put two and two together and realize that you are the ones who did it. And they just look up at this radiant beam of moonlight and they scurry away.
It literally follows after them until they're quite a ways away.
They scurry away and you just see like this laser beam of moonlight scarring the tree wood behind them. And you see multiple bugs dodging out of the way from this beam of light as it's scurrying through and really cutting into the bush itself, burning away leaves, and you hear like the screams of flowers on the outside. Ah!
Oops. Oh well.
Oh well, Vishara says.
There's like this laser beam of moonlight carries off, and the mice scurry away from the city. It's almost like when you're surrounded by a dome of, life that, Moonbeam will...
And
That was a good one.
once they're gone, it just cuts off and everything returns to normal.
And you see like the old, not really the old, but like the homeless bug that was being harassed before just looking up at the moon as this was all happening and going, just raising his claws up into the air. And then going down into a bow. And then once your spell is finished, the moon kind of lingers for a minute. And then kind of just fades away. And the bright sunlight continues back.
I think we have just given these bugs a religious experience.
And then after that happens, you
Yes.
see like multiple bugs like going around to the damages and like seeing what all happened, because you carve like a significant portion of like the bush away from like your moonbeam. Like bugs are now like going to the multiple edges, like putting out like little miniature fires, tending to the flowers that were like singed.
Remember, it's radiant damage. It's not really burnt. It's
Yeah.
just...
Yeah, but it's like taking a magnifying glass and channeling like sunlight through this tree. So you see like little bits of smoky wood and like smoky leaves coming out. So it's not like a massive fire, but like it is smoking, and they all like multiple like bugs are coming out and patting it out. And you see like these black and white beetles coming out, and like they have like two like little not two, but they have like one little lightning bug on their forehead, and the lightning bug is like flashing red and going off and like flashing red again. You hear them go, "Meow," it's all like scurrying to each part of the damage tree. Yes, I made police bugs. Yes, I did. With lightning bug red hats.
Fireflies coming in.
Well, I don't think the mice are gonna come back.
Not for a bit, anyway.
I would hope not.
Let's hope.
Watch, we've started a war. Wouldn't that be funny?
You know, I said the bugs dodge, but now that I think about it, that's a beam of light. Most of the bugs would have dodged into the light, actually. So you actually, what actually happened, I'm going to retcon this. What actually happened is that you just caused a beam of light and multiple bugs dodged into it. So now there's like a whole bunch of, like a line of like singed bugs who just jumped directly into the light.
Invested. Just shit. After all that, he's like he was proud of what he did, and then he sees that he's like, oh fuck, come on, and just like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to retcon that. Because as soon as you said Moonbeam, I was like, oh, these bugs are going to go directly into it. And Doodle is too, because that's why he wants to see it so bad.
Nope. Vishar will grab
And then I forgot.
Doodle.
Doodle,
Vishar will
no.
totally grab Boodle. Doodle.
Boodle. I like that. His new name is Boodle. Boodle Doodle. True name, Doodle. Lit name, Boodle. Because he's your boo. As you were doing this, Doodle, you're like holding back Doodle, and he's like, light.
Not all bugs are like that. Not all bugs are like that.
Not all bugs, but most are. And then the light stops and Doodle kind of snaps out of it. Wow. That was beautiful. Can you do it again?
Yes, but please don't jump into it. It hurts.
What do you mean? I wasn't jumping into it. I'm right here. Oh,
You
what happened to all
tried.
them? And he points to like all of the injured bugs who got singed by moonlight. And are
They
now being
jumped into
tended
it.
to. Oh. That's crazy. I didn't even see that.
It's probably for the best that you didn't.
Wow. Well, let's go see Ig. Ig, let's go see Wig.
You know, technically this light is dim light. It's not even, like, bright light.
Still does enough to do radiant damage, though.
True. I think it's just more that it's just radiant energy. But soft. Blue light.
Soft moonlight. Intensify because you're an itty bitty.
Well, I mean, if this were like the normal spell and it ignores the fact that we're small, it would have been a 40-foot high cylinder, 5 foot wide.
That's massive. That's massive on your scale.
That's probably bigger than this bush. So,
Probably. Everything's dead, including yourselves, because you hit yourselves. Crazy how the
And
world works when
that
you're
would be
tiny.
a really weird way to learn that,
Your spells didn't shrink down with you.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
And your presentation wasn't actually that loud. It was just this quiet mumble, but you thought it was.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine if I did that. That'd be fucked up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I cast Fireball. Oh, do you now? I think you just casted Sun. Like you just cast the surface of the sun is what I think you just did.
We all die.
Rest in peace.
Okay, so Doodle motions up for you all to follow and begins making his way into the bottle.
Okay.
And you see like everyone in the bottle is like pressed up against the wall of the bottle, like looking outside at what just happened. And you all go back to where Wig was, and he is also like, he's not really pressed up against the bottle, but he's like sitting at like his little table and looking in that direction. And then notices you all coming and says, "Oh, do you see that? That was crazy."
In
Like-
common, Bashar speaks up, says, "You know, I have this strange feeling I'm gonna get the nickname, like, Lightbringer or something."
Well, if you keep doing that, yes.
If they actually notice it's you that's doing it,
Moon
True.
Death.
they might think it's a strange phenomenon.
Death Star.
A sign from their god, if they even have a god.
I mean, we did see some that appeared to be worshipping the moon, so we may have inspired some followers.
A following of bugs is not what I want.
Congratulations, you all alone the spell Infestation. Good times, good times. And like he's still like looking outside, but occasionally looking at you all. It's like, That was crazy. Like a beam of light just hit those mice.
Yep.
Yeah, some god must be really upset with them.
Man, Rat King is going to be pissed.
Rat King?
We've started a war.
He goes,
Maybe if he keeps it up, the light will come for him too.
oh, you can all talk now. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Rat King, yeah. The mice have been coming over here recently,
For what reason?
trying to muscle in.
Into a bush.
It's good. Good residence. You know, it's got berries during the summer. You know,
And I guess
lots of
for them,
trash.
Plenty of food.
Yeah. You know, there's not much food at, the Isle of the Lost Things, Lots of stuff, lots of trash, but not like a lot of food, so like they come over here.
Where is that? You said the Hall of Lost Things?
Yeah, the Isle of the Lost Things. It's not really an isle, it's more like a domain of like trash,
And where is this domain of trash located?
Not far from here really. It's like never
Is
really
it a
been-
giant box?
No. Like it's like an actual like place, like full of like things that get lost. Like when people like lose their left sock. Yeah, that's like where it goes.
Well, now I know where all my left socks have gone.
Like
She looks at
when you like look in the cushion and like find loose change.
Sylvie and Veston and says, again in common. So, how do they understand what a sock is? I don't think they have any.
Yeah, how do you know what a sock is, Mr. Wig?
We're asking the important questions.
I mean, there's one in the bush. Socks are us. It's like right up there. Did you not see it when you were going up? It was like a giant sock, and they like sell fleece and stuff.
Nope.
No, I hate to say
We were
were
on the other
preoccupied.
side.
It's like right next. It's like right next to CD. Like it's like.
We didn't head to seeding.
Oh, you really should. They got like some nice pine nuts right now.
Maybe later.
I hear they got a sale on peanuts too.
We'll see about going there. But anyways, good Mr. Wig, yes, we can speak to you now. Surprise. Your friend Chatter seemed to help us out with that. And he told us that you might know where we could find another bug called the Seer. Do you know anything about him?
Only would have heard, which is a lot, because I hear everything.
Is it because you're an earwig?
That is racist,
see.
and I am offended.
Veston takes a step back and bows. I apologize. I don't know much about your cultures, so...
But yes, it is because I'm here. We hear everything, sticking in the ears. You hear things when you stick in the ears all the time,
Well, what have you heard about this good bug, the Seer?
Well, I heard he sees a lot. I heard he knows a lot. And then he kind of looks to this is coming on. This is all adding to your favor, right? And Doug goes, "Yeah, I know." Okay, cool. Just so we know.
No, Veston. No. This is a favor for us, not for Doodle. So.
Oh, okay. I can work with that. Pixies do good stuff for me, so that's cool. Usually they have wings though, which is really where the pixie benefit.
We're a special breed of pixie. Feston says with this utter look of just like This super fake
Resign.
smile and everything.
This is our role.
With Bishara getting a gist of this, she says, maybe we should call ourselves brownies. I don't think they have wings. But they're also
Call
small.
ourselves brownies?
It is a thing. It's not a thing in 5e, I don't think anymore, but it was a thing at one point.
Yeah. That I forgot all about brownies because they're not in 5e.
I've
And
never
they don't
heard
have
of
wings.
brownies.
Brownies
They've been in
work.
every edition
Makes me
except
hungry.
5e. So, why they're not in 5e, who knows?
I don't know. It might be because of the name brownies.
People
Anyway,
get too hungry
It's very
thinking about
classical.
Brownies are actually just brownies
Now I'm
No.
hungry.
No.
with chocolate chips. Chocolate chip brownies. Delicious. It's my world. I can make it fact. They come from Candyland. Damn it. Oh, so you're brownie. You're brownies, really? You like? I ain't gonna ask questions that I don't care. But yeah, like he knows like everything supposedly.
Where can we find and speak to the good Mr. Seer?
I don't have
Or
that kind of
Mrs.
knowledge. I'm not that high up on the social ladder.
And then who is?
Kind of looks at like the singe mark. They would have been. Well, not them. They're just mice. The ones they answer to, though.
The
The
rat.
mice
does
know
that
the
mean?
seer?
They probably don't know anyone personally, but if anyone's got knowledge of higher beings, it would be a higher being, you know?
We're gonna have to go talk to rats now.
Unless you can find the queens, so, you know, one of the members of the court, you know, you can find one of them.
We. Where's the court located at? Vestin asks now with like a renewed interest.
He just kind of like motions around. You're in it. This is it. This is the court. What are you talking about? Are you not? You're pixies, right? Like brownies or whatever. You're from here, right?
Different court.
We've traveled from a distance.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. This is
Although,
you're in the
I
court of
guess
hearts,
technically-
so
I guess technically, she would have to switch to talking to him specifically, just to be able to say that.
different court. Okay. Well, yeah. You're currently in the court of hearts, so welcome. You're really right on the edge, like of like the court of hearts and the court of clubs.
All right.
It's like unnamed boundaries, you know.
Is the queen of the court farther in, or
She's wherever she is at the moment.
Is there a way to find out?
If that's where you're headed, that's where you'll go. That's what I've been told. I don't know. We're bugs. We don't told her, Queen. She's massive. She's a giant.
well, I don't know. What do we do, you two? Do we go try and find one of the queens, or do we try to find this seer, or...
I mean, I would think finding this seer is the first step.
He
but-
kind of leans in on like this little thimble table and like takes a sip of his drink. Personally, I think the first thing you do is do the favor that you now owe me for my brilliant aid in your mission.
What do you need
And what's
done?
this favor, Sir Wig?
Well, I personally don't want to be hassled by the mice anymore.
Okay. Are you asking us to go kill the Rat King?
Well, I didn't say that. That's just, if you can do that, that would be great. I didn't say that at all. All I need is a pendant from the Rat Kingdom. That's all I need.
A pendant.
Saying
What
that I am
pendant?
immune via diplomatic immunity. That's all I need. But if you want to go out and kill the Rat King, I cannot condone nor condemn such actions.
So, if we scattered this kingdom for you, would that be the same thing?
If you three pixies or brownies or whatever the hell it is you are think you can manage that, I will be in your debt for quite some time.
Bashar looks at the other two and says, you know, my moonbeam was a little more impressive looking than it usually is. As long as they don't figure out what's going on, we might be able to intimidate them.
You speaking common, huh?
Yes.
Investin, look. I mean, you and I both have a few tricks of our own. I'm sure we could scare them away with.
Yeah. I mean, they were harassing the bugs. I think they kind of need to be broken up. I don't think they'd be so effective if they were scattered.
Sylvie, your thoughts?
Oh, I'm down for anything that gives us a little action and this guy in debt, so...
Well, Vestin turns back to Wig. Where is the Rat Kingdom?
You know, it's in the Isle of Lost Thing, which is
I mean,
right on the
where is that?
border of the Court of Hearts and the Court of Clubs,
Okay.
Do you have maps?
I don't know what that is.
A piece of parchment that has directions to places?
Or
I
a
mean,
rock, or a
you-
piece of wood.
mean-
Anything that you've,
Doodle drool map on the ground in the
You
dirt.
just don't go to a place and then you automatically know how to get there? That's not something that you can do?
Well, we need to get to the place first.
That's very strange. I don't have a map, personally.
Can you point us in the direction of where we need to go?
He'll point with the mouse around. I think if you follow that direction, you'll be heading the right way. Either that or you'll find some dead mice, one of the two.
So follow the mice. I think that's easy enough.
Follow the mice, follow the trash. That usually leads to a lot of, or lose something. I suppose if you lost something, it always ends up there.
Yes, but how does it end up there?
Well, you lost it, therefore. That's, it's the last place you always look, which is the Isle of Lost Lands,
Wouldn't that be the first place you'd look?
Well, no, you see, because you always look around everywhere else before you find it, so it's always the last place you look. If it is the first place you look, then it's simultaneously the last and first place you look. Do you see how it works?
Bashar decides not to argue.
All right. Well, would Doodle be able to maybe escort us part of the way so we don't get lost?
Yeah, I can do that.
You don't have to go all the way, but at least enough that we can get there.
No, I am a part of this somehow. I don't really know how I got dragged into this, but I am a part of this.
All right. Then, welcome aboard officially to the Brownie Club.
Ooh, we're gonna have brownies. Can we get the ones with little, the little chocolate bits in it? I love those.
You've had a brownie.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, I'm just surprised. It doesn't feel like many brownies would be out this way.
People drop all kinds of things.
So this is well traveled then, over here.
No, not really.
Sylvie just squints right at him. We have a shoe, a bottle, a sock, and not that many people come out this way?
He just kind of shrugs with 4 of his legs. Trash. It travels.
I guess. Right, so are we ready?
I think I am.
I think so.
Doodle just sips on his aphid. Oh, are you waiting for me? Oh, yeah, I'm ready, yeah.
Veston shakes his head and rolls his eyes.
Well, I guess we followed the mice.
Yes.
To the
Lead us
mice.
in the general direction.
To my death! And he begins to, march out.
Yeah. You should really stay in the back once we find some mice.
Definitely.
We will keep you safe.
And as you head out from the back, you hear a wig go, "Don't let him die, he still owes me a favor."
If he does, we'll pay. We'll
No,
figure it out.
Shush.
Nope, it's in the word.
Should have asked for your favor sooner. Goodbye.
We're all gonna die. We're gonna kill the monarchy in session 2.
Yeah. Down with the king. Regicide right now.
Long live the king.
I will become the Rat King.
I mean, it fits Sylvie's personality.
Alright, so you all make your way out of the bottle, and as you make your way out, you hear loud screaming from up high in the tree. I keep calling it a tree. Up high in the bush branches.
Uh-oh.
I look up.
Yeah.
You look up and you see like the top of the bush is being like rustled, and you see different bugs like falling down and like hitting different branches and hitting the ground, and then they just get up and walk away because the bugs. And you see like multiple of these like blue and black bugs that you saw earlier with like the little lightning bug hats making their way up to the top in the direction of like this rustling of the bush.
What's making the rustling?
It's hard to tell
Doodle,
from
do
inside.
you know?
Could be anything really, but it's not good. Not good for the bush anyway. Not good for us.
Should we be
Okay.
worried?
Well, we're about to leave, so we either could just leave now and hope it doesn't follow whatever it is, or we could take cover. Yeah, we could take cover. Yeah, we could run. Running's always good. Yeah. Hide.
I think we just go. Let's go.
Just go. Okay, cool. And he looks for a way down because you're still on like the first level, and you see like all the beetles are like getting people on board and like flying down quickly as fast as they can, and like everyone's like aborting, and like the bugs that are kind of like the sentries of the bush are like going up to the top to like handle whatever it is. And he goes, well, we better be fast because all the beetles are lining out. Otherwise we could just jump. I'll probably live. I don't know if pixies live from a jump. Are you bouncy?
How far down is the jump?
You look down and like, in terms for you, it would be like 100-foot drop.
Yeah.
Oh, Vestin, nope. He shakes his head. No, we're not that bouncy.
No.
Yeah, I think
okay.
we need to climb.
Okay, bouncing is a no. Well, climbing it is. And he rushes back to like the base of the bush to like begin climbing down. So it's gonna be like 100-foot climb and ratio aspects. But I believe you grabbed climbing gear.
And
We
rope.
did. We did.
And
Which
I
is
think
good
you said you had
since
something about
none of
climb
us
speed as
seem
well.
to have taken Featherfall.
No. Alright, so you all go to like the base of this bush and you begin to like wrap. Well, what do you do? What do you do? Tell me what you do. Hey,
Well,
100
how
feet.
big is Doodle in comparison to us?
In comparison to you, he's about this. He's actually a little bit shorter than you, I would say.
Oh, okay.
He's not very big.
At this point in time, I wish I would have taken spider climb.
About how far between the branches is everything? Too, by the way.
What do you mean exactly?
Like, what's the distance between, like, each kind of, like, level of branches going down?
Okay, so like between each like level of branches, it's not that far. It's probably more like 20 feet. But like from the first branches, like first series of branches to like the ground is like 100.
Okay. I will get out the climbing gear.
There's only one set of climbing gear, though. You carry me down, Sylvie.
You son of a bitch. Tie you to my back.
You're gonna have to toss me.
Yeah, we'll tie a rope or you around my waist so you don't fall off.
I think the easier thing would to get like a baton out of the climbing kit, and I already have a hammer, so
Lower the rope down.
yeah, and then we can just climb.
Okay.
But we need our rope back.
Have beetles stay up.
Mage hand?
In case.
Doodle has wings, right?
You've never seen him use them if he does.
Doodle, do
Doodle-
you have wings?
You know, I've never
Or you
really
not-
thought about it.
Are you not a flying bug?
Let me check. And he like reaches behind him and like pats his shell. You know, I don't really know if I do or not. I've never used them. If I do,
And here you've been complaining about us not having wings.
Yeah.
well, you never complain about yourself. It'd be really sad if you did.
Are you good at climbing, Doodle?
Yeah.
Okay. If we lower a rope down so we can get down, can you stay up here and then untie the rope and drop it and then come down to meet us?
Make a persuasion check. I'll say with advantage.
Persuasion.
I'll be right back.
Okay, 20. Yeah, I could do that. And he looks like up towards like where the bush is being rustled. A little scared. But he could do
And
what
I
you're
know
asking.
it's not the best option, but we need this rope back for anything else. It's all the rope we have.
This is a very tiny rope.
I think we might have 2 ropes, but I don't think the other one is as long.
I think you have several ropes. If you all have rope in your main gear, and you also took rope from the wagon. I don't fully know what your main gear is in
You
like the
know,
pack.
there is another option that I didn't think about until just now. But I'm
What
not
is
sure
that?
how this would work. Or how
What's your
it's
idea,
done.
Vishara?
So, I have a special rod that I can magically fix in place and can't be moved. We could just tie the rope to that. And then we wouldn't even need a baton.
But how are you going to get your rod back?
You just hit a button on it, and it stops working.
But the rod will be up here, and
Yeah.
we will be down there.
Uh-huh.
Who's hitting the button?
I mean, that's the harder part. It... I'm trying to think. If we have a second rope, we could always tie the second rope so that we could hit the button whenever we needed.
Wait, there was 100 foot of rope. I mean, each one of our... We have enough rope. We don't... We can use the batten, and we can leave the rope. It's fine. If we have enough rope.
At this point, you hear like more rustling. Make a perception check. Make perception checks.
Oh boy.
I don't know if Faye's actually back yet, but
No, she's not.
Oh wow. The one time Vishara is distracted by what she's thinking about.
rip. I'll just look at her passive. Let's see what her passive is. It is 12, but I feel like that's not right. I think it should be a 14. Is her passive? Pretty sure. Alright, so I'm gonna say Vestin and Sylvie both hear like a faint, just barely hear something about a deer.
A deer?
Yeah, from like up high in the branches, you hear like some mumbling, like faint words about a deer coming from several bugs who are going in that direction and coming down.
Doodle, do deer normally eat from the berries of Bug City?
Yeah, they usually eat the leaves and the branches and stuff. What do you ask?
We need to hurry. Because the other bugs that are going up there are yelling about a deer.
Oh, that's not good.
No, with seeing how small we all are, it is not. So I suggest we say to hell with the rope, and we leave it and we go on.
Bashar hasn't been paying attention to any of this, and suddenly looks over and says, "Do you think that that cantrip of yours could maybe hit the button?"
Some precedent, not forceful enough to.
I mean, it's just a button. Click, click.
Here, put it out real quick. Let me try.
She holds it out, and she hits the button, and it just stays put in midair.
And
Wow, a magic stick.
Vestin will cast prestidigitation and like a little like poof of wind at it, at the button.
I'm gonna say no. That it won't work.
Darn.
I'm gonna say you're gonna need more than a puff of air to activate a magic item,
I mean,
even if it is a button.
if you had mage hand, I would totally expect it would work.
Oh yeah, mage hand. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I didn't take mage hand.
What mage does not take mage hand?
He's
Come
not-
on.
You know, mage is very,
Mage is a very binding term.
it's a very broad term, mage, that one,
I mean, maybe I'll take it next level. When I can learn my final cantrip.
You cast mage hand, it ends up being Big B's hand.
They really missed out when they didn't call the cantrip version of mage hand something like Big B's magic hand.
Kinda glad they didn't, honestly.
I mean, he's got all the other hands. You would really think he would have done this one.
It's too many hands, that Big B. Too many hands. Let's fight back it.
Of course, the funny thing is that there was an actual player who was the one that created all the Big B spells. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, in
Yep.
a land far, far away. In a
Well, in
bush.
those original first edition campaigns. Many, many years ago. Well, Bashar's gonna hold on to her rod. And, actually, you know what? She's gonna use it to help her climb down. It makes a nice, easy
Come back.
handhold anytime she wants one.
Oh, welcome back. You heard something about a deer.
Fun. How far can you fall without taking damage?
10
Nine.
feet.
It's
9 feet. 10 feet actually does do damage.
Hmm. Okay.
9.999999999999999. Technically.
If your deer is just munching on the bush, I guess we gotta get the hell out of here.
Yep, seems so.
And at this point, you
And
see
that's
like
what
the
we're
muzzle.
trying to figure out.
And at this point, you see like the muzzle of a giant, enormous deer penetrate the bush.
Actually, I just had another idea. Bashar is gonna tie the, well, no, that I don't want to take that risk. I thought of a nice idea.
You
But
see several of these black and white beetles fall down from the top of the tree being pushed down by the deal muzzle.
Can I cast Chill Touch at the like?
What is the range of chill touch?
It's either
I think it's
where
like
90
Chill
or
Touch?
120.
120 feet. Yeah.
120. I'm gonna say you're a bit of ways from like the muzzle of the deal.
Okay.
You really can't see like the body of the deer because of the foliage cover. Unless you go to like the end of the bush, in which case then you could probably see it.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to like trying
Scare
to
it. Spook it.
scare it, make it like something bit it or something.
It's an option if that's something you want to do. But currently
What else do I have?
it's a bit out of range for chill touch.
Well, I'm gonna put the rope in the little piton, whatever, tie it, and start sliding down. Later, because I can't do anything.
Bzzz.
I ain't got range. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Richard's definitely gonna climb down. So she keeps
Yeah,
the
I
rod in
mean,
hand. In case she
Vestin's
needs it.
going as well.
Okay, you three zip line down the rope. I really zip line is more of a diagonal thing, but whatever. And make your way to the bottom. 100 feet, landing on soil. You look up and you see Doodle like trying to pull the pudding out.
Doodle, leave it!
You said grab it.
We'll come back. We'll come back.
Come back for it!
Okay. I also can't untie knots.
That doesn't matter!
And he grabs onto the rope and he begins sliding down too. And he kind of lands down with a fumble next to you all.
Can we see the deer's feet?
Yeah, at this point at this point you can like see the feet, like the hoofs.
What if we just no? I was like, hack it off.
What if we just hack off this?
We're gonna be Attack on Titan, the little.
What if we just attack this 100
Oh, shit.
story deer right now and hack off its foot?
Why do I get this picture in my head of this deer flailing around and destroying the bush because we attacked its foot?
It's up to you.
That's
What do you want to
probably
do?
what would happen. Let's be honest.
Yes,
I mean,
our good
if I'm within
intentions so far
120
have
feet,
been very
I'm still.
mixed.
I'll say at this point you would be within like 120 feet or so.
Yeah, I wanted to get the fuck away. I cast Chill Touch at it.
Okay. Go ahead and cast it again, cause 10. All right, so you cast Chill Touch and your magic kind of like hits one of the hooves, and you see like a bit of its like tufts of fur like just decay a little bit.
Fuck!
Like you see like one of the coarse tufts of hair just like decay just slightly. Turns a little gray. It has like one long gray strand of hair
Oh my god. Did
You know-
nothing.
on its foot.
In terms of us being small and like damage and stuff, it's kind of interesting to think about our magic being used on something that would probably die to 8 hit points.
And now it's the size of a fucking monster.
So the scaling.
It's probably more like 800.
It's the size of a fucking Tarask.
Yeah. So are we classified as tiny? Because doesn't tiny still do the same like magic?
Who knows? You also rolled a 10, so
Yeah.
maybe it's more that you rolled a 10 and not.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, like,
I mean, but if you think about it, it's huge. It's AC.
In classification terms, right now, it would be considered gargantuan. Titan.
Yes. I'm kidding. I don't care. Run.
Or
He looks between everybody else.
you would be considered minuscule.
Probably. But let's set out while it does its thing. It doesn't seem to care, except for the fruit. So,
You see
Yeah.
it munching away. You hear like the screaming of flowers.
rip them, I guess.
yeah.
We're built different.
I mean, this is like a natural disaster.
It's like a hurricane in deer form.
Man, they should have had some deer warning.
Some deer,
Somebody should have been on watch.
Deer
Somebody's
warning
getting
siren.
fired.
You see a beetle that has like a little sign on that says "Deer Watch" when he's asleep in a chair. He's an old
All
beetle.
right.
He's got like antenna mustache going down his face.
Well, Doodle, I hope you didn't have any family here, so let's get going.
No, not here. Okay, let's go. And he just kind of jauntily walks along.
Let Doodle lead the way.
As you all leave the scene of horror and destruction behind you, screaming bugs and screaming flowers as a giant deer munches on leaves. Bugs scrambling, looking around for their families. Crying lava on the ground.
Not that I don't care, but I cannot stop a deer. So
And you all head off into the grassy abode. Not real abode. Abode is a house. Forest. And Doodle kind of looks back. So where are we going?
to the Rat Kingdom.
Where's that?
The Isle of Lost.
Oh,
There.
Isle of Lost Things. Never been though.
Yep.
I heard it's fun.
I thought you said that you could take us.
That's it. Did I say that?
Yes,
Oh.
you did.
You did.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure if we walk far enough, we'll find it.
Doodle,
Yes?
I will end you.
But I haven't begun yet.
Oh, you've begun.
And
quite
you
a
never
bit.
will.
But how can you end if you haven't begun?
You just stop existing.
It'll be like you never existed, is what she means.
Sounds sad. What's existing?
Oh my god.
I can't. The sooner we get out of this place, the better. Let's go.
Alright, make survival checks to see if you can track down the mice.
Oh, good. Oh, wow.
Well, good thing you're here.
Alright,
Lucky
so
roll.
you all head off into the grass. And Visar, luckily, you did cast your moonbeam until they were out of sight, so you actually do have a line of like moonbeam damage headed off in their direction. So you track down the sizzled ground and grass, and you begin to follow that line.
All right. Well, this way.
Alright.
All right, you keep on. You head down in this direction. And Doodle looks up towards the sun and goes, "What was that weird thing in front of the sun when you controlled it?"
What was that?
What was that weird thing in front of the sun when you controlled it? I never saw that.
You mean the moon?
Is that what that is?
I'm pretty sure that what it was.
Wow,
I'm a priestess of the goddess of the moon.
I never seen it in the day before. I used to not see it at all.
It's very large at times.
Usually it's really tiny and barely there. Didn't used to be there. Used to just be sun.
Well, the moon is always there. It's just not visible a lot of the times.
Yes, my goddess is on the other side of the world at times, favoring them with her light.
There's another side of the world?
Yes, it's very far, far away.
What side are we on?
This side.
This side. So
Yes.
we are on this.
And they're in that.
There and that. Wow.
Yep.
My uncle said that this was all there was. He never mentioned that.
Well, to be fair, with your lifespan, you'd never make it to the other side.
I mean, as small as we are now, we probably wouldn't.
Well,
I like to go to that sometime.
I've got a few centuries.
But wait, if we're in this, and the moon is on that, then why is the moon here? On this?
It comes back around. My goddess eventually favors us once again.
It goes around?
Yep.
My uncle said my grandpa never saw it go around. That's crazy.
It's a matter of perspective. In fact, she'll draw a little circle on the ground and mark one side and then the other, and point at the one and say this, and point at the other and say that, and draw another circle around it with the moon in the place.
Oh, drawing. I love drawing. Because, like, Doodle would just stick on the ground.
Happy with her little drawing and the explanation with it. She'll walk on.
And before you do that, as you draw, and you see Doodle draw, you see he's drawing something kind of similar to what you're drawing. Only he's drawing, like, a flat surface and, like, just the sun.
Is Doodle a flat earther? Doodle's a flat earther.
And just
I
the
didn't want
sun.
to say it.
And then you see, like, he, like, draws, like, an old bug that kind of looks like him, but it's old. And it has, like, a antenna mustache. And, like, the antenna mustache just kind of, like, go down and, like, curl into, like, an old antenna build. And then, like, draws another flat ground. And then, like a half a sun with, like, half a moon on it. And he draws, like, his, like, what you kind of feel like is an older version of him, but, like, middle-aged, and you see, like, two of them on, like, either side, and then you draw another one that's like the sun and then the moon over the sun, and then it's like a little version, and you kind of feel like that's him. And then you all start walking, and he follows.
By the way, strange fact, because I just looked it up. Doodle is, Doodle is definitely less than a month old. So, because doodlebugs only live about a month.
Mayflies, they don't live very long.
Yeah, but those are a day. This at least gets a month. So, but if we're talking about his grandpa isn't that much older. So, maybe a month and a half.
Who knows?
They'll see the full cycle of the moon once. If they're lucky.
If they're lucky.
That's a big
Sad
if.
doodlebugs. Sad doodlebugs.
Sad doodlebugs. All right. And you keep on traveling. Go ahead and make me another round of. Make me a round of perception checks. Okay. So you continue on, kind of following this trail of destruction that your moon being left behind. And Sylvie, you notice some movement coming from the grass on the left-hand side. Go ahead and roll me a d20. Okay. Yeah, you see some movement coming from the left-hand side. Oh, are you muted?
Oh crap! Yeah. Oops. I was
I was like,
fucking talking. I was talking, and I was just like,
waiting for a response. Waiting for a response.
As I had said earlier, Sylvie kind of points over to where the wrestling is. We have company.
Oh, good.
Veston holds on to this new rapier.
And Doodle looks back and says, "Huh? What did you say?" And
Company.
as Doodle was still walking, he says, "Oh, company! I love company." And you see the grass suddenly pulse, and a large lizard leaps out of the grass towards Doodle. So now we're gonna roll initiative. Yay, initiative! As a giant lizard is attempting to attack Doodle.
Yay.
Oh god.
No.
Well, leave him behind and run. I'm kidding.
So long, Doodle. Actually, can I add you all? I can't.
Where the hell is initiative?
It should be on your
Oh, it's the
token.
green one. I see it.
Yeah, it's the green one. Let me see if that worked. It did.
Got a 1?
It didn't.
What? No, I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1, you got a 3 total.
I wish.
Okay, let me do that. It's like, I'm not seeing someone's initiative. I don't remember whose it is. My mouse doesn't scroll properly, and it gets a little irritating. Let's see.
That's weird.
Shit, initiative. You got a 14. There. Oops. There we go. Salt. Okay, so let me pull this up. Alright, so Visar, you have first in initiative.
Alright, well. My answer is going to be very easy. She's gonna cast... Toll the Dead. I had to find it.
Okay, you cast Toll the Dead. Wisdom save. I'm doing this all on my phone, by the way, because I have the sheet on my phone. It rolled a 2, so it failed.
Yeah, she smacks the warhammer against her shield, and a bell-like tone sounds.
Alright, so this bell-like tone fills the air, and you see the lizard, like, kind of scratches at its head, and like you see like these large ear holes where its ears are, and like scratches at it, and kind of averts its attack from attacking Doodle, and kind of smashes its head into the ground, dealing 3 points of damage.
Yeah, why did I have to crit with the extra damage, and not this one?
Oh, did you crit with the extra damage? Oh, so sad. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It'll only make you sad.
Too late. Too late.
Alright, would you like to do anything else? It is currently, like... Actually, I can just use this guy. We'll say this is him. This is him. So yeah, so what would you like to do? Besides that?
I don't think I can cast another spell, so I think that's it. Yeah. Though she will probably move closer. She is very tanky after all. So.
Okay, you move closer.
She'll move towards him.
To this giant lizard, and it's like this, like black lizard with like 2 blue stripes going from its head down its body to like the tip of its tail, and it has like this long whip-like tail. Let me just do damage. There we go. All right, so you move in next to this lizard. Doodle is like terrified, and he's like cowering. Alright, it is now the lizard's turn. And it's like scratching at its head, and it's gonna like turn around, like kind of inadvertently, but like whip its tail at you. So that is a natural 1 to hit. So it misses. Poggers. It straight up
Vishar just
misses.
stands in place, and the tail goes everywhere but to her.
The tail just whips around, slapping the ground, and you hear like these loud rip cracks as the tail like whips, and like this whipping motion, and like just hits the ground all around it. It sends like dirt particles up in the air. Yeah, that's this go. Fucking natural 1. God damn it. Okay, Sylvie.
Is Doodle behind us?
No, Doodle is in front of you. Doodle will be like right next to it.
Oh.
Yeah, because it like lunged out towards Doodle.
Like right there.
Yeah, like
Okay.
like right there. Doodle is my book.
Okay.
This is like old school D&D. We don't have all the tokens.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
You can't have Doodle. Doodle's mine.
Doodle is mine to end.
Exactly.
And begin.
And when I rage, this time, I'm gonna have claws.
All right. What does that look like when you shift into like your claw form?
My hands kind of become like almost like werewolfish, and they get like these very long talons, and I get to attack twice.
All right. Your hands get like furry, and your claws like elongate. That is a
Well, the first one's not gonna hit.
yeah. The first one was a 9, which is also a natural 1. Hey, twinsies! But the second one is that a natural 20? No, it's an 18. Second one is a 26, which will hit.
Yep.
As you claw into its side, and you like cut through like its thick scales, and it's almost like you would imagine from like growing up and hearing stories that this would be like what fighting a dragon is like. If you were fighting a dragon in this moment and the dragon was a lizard, this is what it would feel like.
Cooler if we were bigger.
This is what it would feel like.
That's what's going on in our head. Like, this would be so much cooler if we were bigger and you were a dragon.
And you like carve into its like thick scales, and you cut into it, and you like see this blood ooze out for 13 damage.
And I'm gonna kind of... I don't know if I can, like... Can I, like, squeeze in to try and get Doodle back?
Yeah, you could like try and squeeze in and like push Doodle out of the way.
Well, I know I probably don't have the action to push him, but I just want to put myself between, if I can, as close as I can.
Yeah, I say you could do that.
Yeah. Alright. That is what I do, and that's my turn.
All right, Vestin, it is now your turn.
All right. I've spent 2 turns trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And I'm just going to. Vestin's going to stay where he is, and he's going to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay. Choosing not to use the sword. Okay. Alright, 23, 15, 23. So, the 2 23s hit, the 15 does not hit, as you fire off 3 bolts of flame. What does it look like when you cast your spell?
He he points out his hand and he whispers the mnemonic. It's like he's making the OK symbol with his hand, and out of his ring, middle, and pinky fingers, the rays shoot out real quick.
All right, and yeah, so like you make this hand motion, and like the flames, like you see like the magic from this land like go around your hands, and like you form into like these 3 balls of fire around your fingertips, and each one fires off. One of them almost grazes the back of the lizard, like scorching like the tip, like the back, and like leaving behind like a little scorch mark. But the other 2 make direct hits. One of them hitting like the face and makes the lizard like hiss and like turn away, and the other one like hits the side, dealing 5 plus 8.
Another 13.
Dealing points of damage. I subtracted each one individual.
Oh, okay. And then I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to quicken a true strike on myself, and then move kind of like over here, so that way I'm like kind of flanking with Sylvie, and then prepare for my next attack.
Okay. Also, just so you know, I don't use flanking because
Okay.
just makes advantage too easy.
Okay.
All right.
And then I will
Rip your advantage.
Your advantage means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Okay, True Strike. Oh yeah, because this action makes True Strike useful.
Yeah, using Quicken.
Making it a bonus action. Or making your
Yep.
spell a bonus action. Makes using True Strike actually useful for once. Alright. Vishal, it is now your turn.
Oh, good. The first thing I'm gonna do is cast Spiritual Weapon,
Okay.
and it's gonna whip out and smack him.
Okay, what form is your spiritual weapon taking?
It is a blue glowing hammer.
My god. Alright, you conjure up this blue glowing hammer. It has like this radiance of like moonlight around it. You kind of see not Beetle. Oh my god, I called him Beetle. You see Doodle like turn around and like look up eagerly towards this blue light flickering from your spiritual weapon. And it swings down and like bashes the head of this lizard. And you see like the skin like tear and like blood ooze out. This poor lizard.
Having done that, she'll also strike with her glowing warhammer. Oop!
That'll hit as well. As your spiritual weapon like knocks its head down, and then you swing up simultaneously, and like both of these magical and non-magical hammers like smack it in the middle.
But I think that's it. So,
Okay, it is now the lizard's turn. Totally dragon, like totally, right, Faye? It's totally a dragon. All right, let's try this again.
Is she muted again?
Don't know. That's a 10. It's a fucking 10. This thing has a +4 to hit. Come on. No, it has a +8 to hit. It's a +8 to hit. I rolled a 1 and a 2. As it lunges out towards Faye with its as it's trying to bite you, its tongue flickering out. But as it lunges forward, it's getting hit with like these two hammers, and its jaw snaps shut too early. And its face just kind of like smushes up against your body. And at this point, it's gonna like. No. Yeah, it's gonna like. Yeah, it's just gonna attack. It's gonna attack and like. Okay, go silly. I rolled 1 and 2. I'm so mad about that. Rolled 1 and 2. That's so.
All right. Well, seeing as its face right there, can I try and get its eyes?
If you want to attack its eyes, you definitely can. It will have a higher AC if you try to target like a specific area, but you could.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. With my little claws.
Are you trying to like just scratch its eyes, or are you trying to like yank its eye out?
Just scratch it, like make it so it can't.
Scratch it, maybe
temporary
blind
blindness. Yeah. I'm not gonna try and rip it out. I don't feel like that's.
I'm not gonna try and be too much of a badass.
All right, let's see. 17, 15.
All right, so as you lunge out towards its eye, trying to claw at it, its eye was already kind of like squinted because it's in pain. It's like squinting, and it's like as it sees like your claws coming out, it closes its eye, and your claws just like dig into the eyelid around it. So unfortunately, you do not hit the eye.
Okay, that's fine. Well, that is my turn. Other than telling Doodle, get the fuck back.
You tell Doodle, get the fuck back, and he scurries a little bit away. And apparently he has this book now. And he takes attack of opportunity.
Disengage!
He doesn't know how to fight! Vesson, it is now your turn.
Yeah, Vestin is, he's got his rapier out, and now he's just gonna try and stab the thing.
Okay. Does your
True Strike just gives advantage.
Yeah. What is your
attack.
what is your bonus to your rapier? Because you don't have a +1, do you?
No, I was carrying around a normal rapier,
normal?
and it was my attack bonus was +4.
Okay.
So 2 for the rapier, 2 for my dex mod.
All right. As you attack with your new rapier, you see like the blue, like not blue. The what's the word for like rainbow? That isn't rainbow. Opalescent? Is that it? I don't know.
Yeah, like opalescent.
Yeah, like the opalescent gem that's in it begins to shine as you attack out. You have a +3 to your attack and damage.
What?
So instead of an 18, that's a 19, 20, 21. 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, yeah. 12 damage as you attack out.
Yeah.
And
Welcome
roll
to the front line, buddy.
roll a 1d20 as this
How do I do
gem
it? Do I just
flails
put
up.
Roll d20.
/all space 1d20. 14. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. How much damage did I say? 12? I said 12, right? That's not
yes,
+3, right?
12.
That's what he said.
As you stab into the hind leg of this lizard, and you see like the well, how do you feel at this moment?
How does Vestin feel? He feel pretty like kind of cocky, like waving around this rapier, and it feels really good in his hand. And he just kind of like brings it up and then just like thrusts in really hard, and buries the blade into the leg of this lizard.
Okay, as you lunge forward and like stab into the leg of this lizard, you see the blade begin to like glow with like a yellowish coloration as it pierces in deeper than what you first expected.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he packs up. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
All right, anything else?
No, that'll be it for him.
All right, Vishara.
She is gonna use spiritual weapon to attack again.
14.
Not as great this time.
14 will unfortunately miss as the hammer goes down, and the lizard is like thrashing from like the pain, and like it thrashes to the left, and your hammer swings down and misses.
She's gonna come back around with her warhammer.
Right, you twist around with your
And
warhammer,
still get a 14.
and you swing up, and now it thrashes to the right, and you miss because you were aiming for the left. It's thrashing
Then it
around
holds
erratically from all the pain, from like the cuts and the stabs and the bludgeonings. It thought it was going to have an easy beetle meal, but instead it got attacked by 3 pixies, brownies, who knows? Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, let's see if I can actually hit this time, as I'm now attacking the thing that stabbed my leg. 26.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, yeah. So it lashes out with its tail, and you get hit. You hear like a loud crack as the tail whips back and like smacks you. You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you will knock back 15 feet.
Ouch.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like an actual hard fight if I rolled more than 1 and 2. But unfortunately, I rolled 1 and 2.
Knock back 15 feet?
I believe that's what I said, yeah. As you are knocked back on your, like, pushed back on your feet.
Oh no, he goes flying.
Okay, he goes flying. He flies
Taking a hit
back.
like that.
Just, woo, you feel like the air
Little
knocked out of
Benji.
your chest as you fly back and, like, catch yourself on your feet, like, stabbing the ground with your rapier.
And he gets like he's holding his chest like
I think I broke a rib. All 5. Okay, that's its turn. Sylvia, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, we're gonna claw again because that's all I do.
That is what I do.
24 and a 15.
15 will miss. A 24 will hit, though. As you
Alright.
lunge, are you still attacking the eye? Should have asked that before. I didn't.
No, I didn't say I was, so no.
Well, you don't know if a 24 hits the eye, so. Are you attacking the eye or not? No? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll hit the eye.
Okay, 24 does hit the eye. Okay. So now you know. So you attack the eye. It's one eye that you were attacking before opens up slightly, and you get one claw in there. The other claw doesn't quite make it, but you do like scratch at the eye and you like leave like 3 claw marks on it, and it's like kind of gushes out a little bit. You hear like a crunch from like the lens cracking. And it like flails back away, and it's like you see its eyes like now permanently closed from like the pain. What's 9 plus 2? 11. That's 11, right?
Yeah.
Math. How do you make me do math? All right. Anything else? 'Cause you have
Nope, that's it.
you have a bonus action.
Yeah, but I can't. I have nothing to do with my bonus action.
You got your little teleporty thing, don't you?
I do, but I didn't switch it off of fear, and I don't know how that's gonna go. Well, actually, I'm gonna yell at Doodle
I need to be right back.
get behind Vashara, and then I will teleport between myself and Veth.
Okay. Are you still Winter form, by the way? What form are you at?
Yeah, I'm still fear.
Okay, so
I'm still Winter.
is Phil. Okay.
Yep.
So as you teleport, and you leave like this wintry, like teleportation in your wake, you see like little bits of like the moisture in the air begins to like freeze and turn into like bits of hail as it like hits the ground, and like the ground that you were standing on and like teleport to freezes over a little bit, and the grass begins to like turn brown and wilt a little bit. Well, you were next to it.
And Elsie gets scared.
What is the save?
I believe it's not that high,
wisdom?
so yeah, it's wisdom.
It got a 10, so it probably failed.
Oh my god, that I did not.
Oh no, not the emergency puppy vomit. No.
He actually failed it. He is scared of me.
All right, so you like teleport, leaving behind and conjuring up like this wintry little area, and you see like the lizard, like as this cold like hits it, it like shivers, and like you see like its bot like where the cold hits it begin to like atrophy from like the coldness. And it looks like it's about to turn away from like this aura of cold that you like conjured up around you.
Hell yeah. Leave my brother alone, you ugly.
Who would have thought that being
Sex.
cold around a reptile would have made the reptile not
Yeah.
want to be around you?
Yeah.
Welcome back
I'm
from
back,
Puppy
sorry.
Vomit. The lizard is now afraid of your crazy sister.
I mean, I would be too.
Aren't we all?
Alright.
It's also your turn.
Yeah, just in time. Vestin is gonna get up and say, fuck this thing, and cast a Chaos Bolt at him.
Oh my god. Okay, so... Wait, did you... Oh my god, I think you did. You did, you crit. Holy shit. You actually did say fuck this thing. Alright, so yeah, 27 will hit it as you cast out this Chaos Bolt towards it. So you have... Oh god, what is it?
Was it force or psychic damage? What did I...
That's what it says, but it's not actually labeled correctly.
Oh no, it's either poison or...
You rolled a...
Why is that 6 plus 4?
Cause the 2d8s.
Oh, that's the 1d. That's the 1d6. The 5 is the d6.
Yeah.
So a 6 and a 4. So, it's gonna be force damage.
Yeah, because it's 2d8 plus a d6. Alright.
Yeah.
God, this is a nasty spell to crit red because it's so much die. So you're doing what kind of damage?
Force.
Alright, so as you conjure up like this like little mini storm of like magic absorbing like the just radiant magic around you in this area, you conjure it up into like this little condensed ball of like energy and force it out towards this thing, and it just pierces into it. And you hear like cracking of like bone and like breaking of scales. Holy shit, how much damage did you actually do? You may have just like straight up killed this thing. Minus 10, minus 5, minus 12, minus 2. Yeah, you see like the leg cracks and like almost like falls completely off, and like the tail, like from where you hit it, like splits off, and like now the tail's like on the ground wiggling rapidly. And it just begins to like ooze blood out of like this open leg wound. But it's still alive, magically enough. Like astonishingly, it's still alive, just barely hanging on from like as
We'll
this
see how long that lasts.
this
See
bleeding
how long
wound
that
is
lasts.
just leaking out. Alright, Vishara, isn't that your turn?
So, uh, seeing as it seems to be on critical condition, she's gonna whip out an attack with spiritual weapon, which gets a 26, which I think is a crit. It is.
It is. You both crit on like your last attacks. Alright, yeah.
Destroy him.
As you bring down this spiritual weapon cracking into its body, like you hear the like the cracking of bone and the splintering of scale, and it just falls to the ground with this impact, lying motionless. It's one of its eyes still closed from like the scratch that Sylvie did to it. The other eye just open, unblinking.
Just to make sure it's dead, she'll smack it with her hammer.
You smack the corpse. It doesn't move.
Vestin. I think it's dead.
I'd make sure. She'll walk over and she'll cast Cure Wounds.
I was about to
For
say,
7.
on the lizard?
No. For injured boy here.
Alright, you are healed for 7 HP.
7. That helps.
As you feel the
I'd
magic
do more.
Feel your body, your ribs kind of like snap back into place a little bit. Several of them
No,
still a
hold
little
on.
cracked and painful.
Yeah, hold out a hand. No, this is fine. More than enough.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to
Maybe.
rest before we encounter any mice, I think.
Rawr. And all of a sudden, there's a stray dog that appears, and it's humongous compared to all of you. It tramples the grass and digs a giant hole, covering you all in dirt.
Sorry about that.
Rip. Sylvie looks over at Veston. Maybe you should try standing back again.
Noted. Noted.
But my fun
Or-
sword.
Little too fragile, brother.
Or wait until, I use one of my abilities. You'll be able to tell when it's active.
Yep. Just never fought something that big before. I usually fight people my size.
Well, think of it as training for an actual dragon. Minus the wings. And the breath.
The thing was big enough to be a dragon, though.
A land dragon.
Ooh.
Well, we should probably rest up. What time of day is it?
You really haven't been traveling for that long, so honestly, it's
Like, we traveled to the bush, we did some talking around the bush, we left the bush, then we started traveling.
lots of
There
bush.
was all the time that we traveled with Herbert too. How long were we
Yeah,
traveling?
that's
with
That is
true.
true. You were traveling with her, but I forgot this was all part of the same day.
Yes, I think it's starting to become a long day at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, so you look up towards the sky, you do see it's like in a state of twilight right now. It's honestly been a state of twilight since you've been here, but you don't really know how long you've been here. Hard to tell.
Noodle, is it nighttime?
He kind of looks around as he walks up. No, it's twilight.
Does it ever get to nighttime?
Yeah, it does. That's when the moon comes out.
Okay. Do you
About
know how
how-
long until the moon comes out?
Well, it usually comes out when it comes out.
That's right. There are bugs. They do not have time. I don't know why I asked. My expectations were a little too high.
Why don't we pitch camp right now? Let's get some wood for a fire.
Oh, we're going to do it here?
Well, let's
Is
find
there a
someplace
safer
safe.
spot?
Oh, I wouldn't do it next to this thing.
Before we move on, she'll
You
cast
see him, like,
Cure
he
Wounds
goes-
once more.
Dude goes up to Lizzo and like begins to gnaw on her a little bit.
That ought to be better.
He like carves out a chunk with his mouth and like takes a piece. He's
9
munching on it.
more
Another
points.
9. Okay. 9.
But
Yes.
yeah, I wouldn't nap next to this thing.
Yeah, something will come and try to eat the lizard.
Usually
So-
the ants.
Yeah, let's
Usually
move away
the-
from that.
Okay.
But now you're not looking like you're gonna fall over again. I might only have
That's
2
improvement.
spells I can cast, but you're looking better. So,
Yes. I do thank you for all of that. He's still rubbing his chest like, fuck, that hurt.
That nearly killed me.
I'm not gonna be
Okay.
that stupid again. Leave that
Are
to
you
my
sure?
sister. He wasn't
certainly
saying
could've-
that.
Oh yeah. That 20 points of damage only would have been 10 damage to me.
Well, hey, sometimes you gotta
Take
you gotta
chances,
try.
take risks.
Sometimes
Risk
you
it
gotta
for the
use your
biscuit.
fancy new magic sword.
Yeah. Just next time, let me start Twilight Sanctuary before you do that. That's
All
probably a
right,
good plan.
let's find a shelter, make camp, and take a breather.
All right.
Also, I'm gonna. Can she steal a bit of lizard flesh?
Yeah, you
Or
can
like
totally
a claw? Or like his claw or something? Take a
claw
token.
claw would be a little bit more work.
I don't know how big he is.
Well, like aspect to you, it would be like 20 feet.
Okay.
Long?
20 feet long. Now
How
less
big's
because
the
its
claw?
tail knocked off.
And the claw's probably
probably
2
like
foot?
probably like
3
2 foot, something like that. It's got like these big long.
What
It's-
if I hollow out his claw and make a drinking claw?
You could. It's a skink.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
It's a
it.
skink, so it's like a really long like lizard, and it's got like these long like claws for like climbing and running and stuff.
I'm gonna take a claw. That's gonna be my task for later.
All right,
Gonna
so
make a drinking claw.
this is my drinking claw from a dragon.
Yeah.
Wink.
They're gonna turn big and it's gonna be huge, and they're gonna be like, "What kind of dragon did you kill?" Don't
You're gonna
worry
turn
about it.
back and like you're gonna be like, look at my dragon claw, and you're gonna like hold out like this little toenail from a lizard.
Would it get bigger with us though?
Who knows?
Like, all of our stuff got smaller with us, so.
I mean, I guess it depends on the magic that turns us back.
Yep.
But yeah, you can like use
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of his claws.
your knives and stuff and like cut out one of the claws.
Yep. That is what I do. And then we can go much.
You do notice like the tail is still like wiggling and like whipping around too, as it's like even though the lizard's long dead, like the tail that you knocked off, like you notice it's like a clean cut too, and it's like the tail's like wiggling around rapidly, and Doodle kind of like jumps on top of it and is like kind of like now riding it like a cowboy rides a bull.
Oh boy.
I heard lizard tails are tasty.
Why don't you chop it up? And we can stuff it in the bag of holding.
And Doodle like leans down, like grabs on it, like gnawing on the tail.
I wouldn't eat it now.
It's still alive.
All right. Claw achieved. Yes.
Oh yeah, you have the claw.
Okay. We go set up camp before the ants come to eat this thing.
All right, you all go a reasonable distance away. How far would you go?
Far enough that we wouldn't.
Far enough to where it's out of sight completely, or it's like still in sight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of sight.
Okay, so you.
Yeah.
You,
Plus, we would be looking for some place to set up a camp.
Protected.
we'll say you go like still in the direction that you were headed originally before you attacked.
Well, yes.
Until like the lizard is like out of sight, hopefully out of mind, and you begin setting up camp.
Alright.
And Doodle sits down, takes his little aphid drink pouch out, and like attaches it to a leaf, and it like begins to eat on a blade of grass.
Well, I know we have rations, so
Yeah, we picked up a bunch of those from.
Yeah, we got the cooking kit too. So
we could probably
we can
make some bread.
we can make something tasty.
You got goodies.
Make these rations into.
See, I knew it was smart to just put everything put in the bag of holding.
Just dump an entire wagon of supplies into a bag of holding.
You never know what you might need, and what we could potentially barter with these bugs and mice and whatever. Mice, we want to overthrow your king, so what if we give you something shiny?
What if I give you this nice piece of cheese?
This is a blessed divine cheese. Whoever has the cheese can rule all.
This is a normal ass piece of mozzarella, but it smells stinky.
Trick the mice.
We're here. Have some salt. You probably don't get a lot of salt. Have some.
Need more salt in your diet. Here.
I actually need less salt in my diet.
No!
Lice. Lice.
Alright, so you set up camp. Do you make watch?
Probably. I mean, we know
I can
there
take
are
first
lizards
watch.
around.
Yeah, Sylvie can take first, I can take second.
I guess I take the last.
And I'm gonna change my... When we do rest, I will change my season form.
Hello, thank you for following to the flock. I am currently drunk driving. That is not something you should be doing. But welcome. Alright, so Sylvie, you take first watch. Is that right? Did I hear that right?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Yep.
You take first watch, everyone else goes to rest. Doodle passes out, pulls up a rock, cuddles up under it. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
15.
15. Okay, with 15, twilight is still in the air. The sun hasn't fully set, and really, it doesn't look like it's moved very much at all. The entire time you've been here. But everyone goes to rest anyway. And off in the distance, you kind of hear like this, almost like chanting. As you hear like this murmur chanting off in the distance, coming from the direction where you left off. You left the dead lizard.
Interesting. The ants at work. Alright.
Are they like, hooga, 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 lizard, hooga, hooga?
We feast tonight, brothers!
I was looking something a little bit more like the Snow White dwarves, but sure. Ooga, 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 that's what it is. But besides that, your watch kind of goes without hassle. As your watch kind of progresses, you notice the sun just sort of disappears, and a faint outline of a moon appears in the sky.
Alright. If nothing else happens, I wake up Vestin for their next watch.
nothing happens. You wake up, Vestin. Vestin, you wake up and you see like this faint outline of a moon in the sky. The sun nowhere to be seen. The sky is just kind of dark, and the land around you is a little dark as well.
Very strange. And I go on my watch. I start walking around.
All right, you walk around. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Why
9.
do I suck?
All right, you look around. Nothing. Well, I was gonna say nothing out of the ordinary, but this is all out of the ordinary for you. But you don't see anything dangerous or anything like that. You kind of hear a sucking sound. You get a little startled, but you turn around and you notice it's just Doodle's aphid sucking on a blade of grass.
He has like an actual aphid?
Yeah, it's like it's like an actual aphid that he like attached to a sibling has been drinking out the butt of.
Oh my god.
Honeydew. He like squeezes a little bit. Yeah, he like squeezes a little bit, and like a little like drop of like honeydew comes out of his butt.
Ew.
That's what honeydew is.
Kinda disgusting, but if it weren't something like that, Vestin would be like, I want something like that. So that way I never have to fill up a water skin. It just fills itself up.
Just attach it to a blade of grass and it fills itself up. And it kind of looks at you as it's like sucking on this blade of grass.
I ignore it after I'm like, what the fuck was that?
But other than the sucking aphid, you don't hear or see much else other than the faint moon in the sky and the darkness around you. You don't hear the chanting that your sister heard, and towards the end of your watch, so for you, it would have faded off into the distance as well.
Okay.
But like Sylvie's, your watch comes to an end without any hassle.
Now you're just making me worried.
I don't know what you mean.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
Do you
I
do
don't know if
anything?
I wake. Oh, what? Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to ask if you did anything during your watch specific.
I fuck around with the rapier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you take your rapier and you fuck around with it. What do you fuck around with it about? Do you just like train with it a little bit more? Or what?
Yeah, I train with it a little bit more. I go to stab some blades of grass.
Okay, make an attack.
Because that's the only thing around me.
Alright, 13. So you do like cut at the blades of grass. It is just grass, but
Isn't that a 16?
yeah, actually it is. It is a 16. So you cut at the blades of grass. They like bleed out with this like grass sap. The smell of cut grass fills the air, which is strange being at this size.
It's a lot more pungent.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, oh, oof, that hits different. Go ahead and roll d20. And tell me how you feel at this moment.
A little like mystified. He's wondering what this rapier is doing.
Okay.
And like why it's so easily workable. Like, yeah.
Okay. So you like attack out of this blade of grass. You cut it, and as the blade makes contact, it like glows like with this purplish glow as it cuts into the blade of grass.
need a bug to use this on again. Or a mouse.
Doodle pleasantly sleeps on top of a rock.
No, he's not gonna attack Doodle. Doodle is friend, not food.
Yeah, he's food to somebody.
And not to me.
Food to a lot of somebodies.
But yeah, Veston is just going to take his time. I mean, in the hours that he's up and just watching, messing with the rapier. Can't really do much else.
Yeah.
And then eventually, if he needs to wake up Vishara for the next watch, he'll wake up Vishara.
Yep. The end of your watch comes. You wake up Vishal. Vishal, you wake up to your watch.
Yep. She'll yawn and stretch. Get up.
You yawn, stretch and get up. Go ahead and make a perception check for your watch. All right. You begin making your watch, getting ready to be awake, pretty much for the rest of the night, up into the day. And you notice as you get up, the light of the sun begins to sparkle, kind of going back into this twilight.
That feels very quick.
You look, you keep watching. You look around. You see like the dew growing up on the grass, forming like these big dew puddles. You see off in the distance. You see like the remnants of the tree, and you see like little blinking lights coming from the bush that you can still see off in the distance. Because it still towers like stories above the grass.
It's amazing how we haven't seen any trees. I mean, real trees.
Do you climb up and look for real trees?
She would assume that she would be able to see one, since it should tower over the bush. I mean, it should be taller than a mountain. So, she's assuming we're in some sort of plains. Because, one bush, a bunch of grass. No trees. No trees. At least not from here. So.
No trees. What a sad life.
Yeah, sad life, no trees, only grass.
No!
But it's very easy to touch the grass.
Ew, who would do that? That's crazy. Grass is icky. Bugs pee on that. And eventually, your watch ends as well. Several hours go by, what feels like it anyway. The sun doesn't really move. Still in a state of twilight.
as she figures the others should be waking up soon. Vishara will make sure the fire is still going. And I don't know if they have coffee per se, but she would definitely make, because I know we got some tea supplies.
No, you actually didn't. All the tea supplies were gone.
Oh, wait, yeah.
I can make some sweet water though.
You have a honeydew.
Well, she will still heat some water. She will do what she can to make some tea.
Yeah, you like get a drop of honeydew, not honeydew, get a drop of dew, just regular dew, not the honeydew. That's icky. Put it in like one of the containers that you got from the wagon, and you like cut off the tip of a piece of grass and like put it in and make some like grass tea. Because that's how you make tea, right?
Sort of.
No, you
It
just,
needs to be dry,
you just
but
no, you just cut like a regular ass piece of grass off, put it in the water. Yeah,
Not usually, but
that's how tea works. Yeah, it's green tea.
actually, I would assume part of the rations that Vishara has will include some tea. Some real tea.
Okay, you have real tea.
So, she will put that on. We are not desperate enough to start trying to make tea out of grass.
No grass tea today. Imagine if you were in a tea bush. That'd been crazy, right? You won't, but imagine. Alright,
There are lots of things you make tea out of, but
not grass.
not grass.
Alright, you make tea, and the smell of tea wafts into the air, and the rest of you wake up to the smell of tea and partially cut grass. Because of Essen. And I'm going to say that is where we will leave off today. With you all waking
Alright.
up for a new day of twilight.
Yeah, heal yourself back to full, please.
Yes, here, take all of you take a long rest, get your spells back, because you have succeeded in a long rest.
Damn, long rest. I regain
Everything.
one rage. I can be angry in extra time.
I mean, you've raged when we fought the guys attacking Herbert, so
Did we technically rest between them?
Yeah. You get them back on a short rest, right?
I don't actually know.
Barbarians, no. Barbarians get them back on a long rest.
I can't remember if we said you had a long rest between those two times or not. I fully do not remember. I think we were going off the idea that you all had like everything after that. Was it because that was all off screen?
You must finish a long rest before you rage again.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That answers that.
Well, we are now long rested,
You are now long rested.
so
You are ready to venture forward into the land of lost things, the Isle of Lost Things. Next time. Next session. Hopefully. This idea of
On
anything strange or
Wonderland.
weird will happen next as you go to kill a king.
A king of
scare the
rats.
fuck out of him.
This
Down
escalated
with the
quickly
Rat King.
from
Shit.
helping bugs to killing kings
Yeah, down with the
spe-
I
monarchy.
mean,
in the span of 3
it's still
sessions.
helping bugs.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, we just kill a king to help a bug.
We don't have to kill him. Just make him fear us.
We are
Preferably right away.
gods.
I mean, we can summon the light down on them.
I don't deal with light. Just fire and things and chaotic energies.
Oh, I can do fire too, but also the light. Searing light.
Alright, that's going to be it for today. I will see you all.
In
What?
2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks. I was trying to think of like the actual date without looking at it, and I couldn't. So 19th. 19th is our next session.
Not
The 19th or the
18th?
18th?
Never mind, I'm looking at Sunday. I forgot today was not the wait. Yes, 25th.
18th.
18th. Was that right? No, because we
18th
skipped a
would have
week.
been 2
Yes.
weeks.
It's 18th.
So the 18th. Wait, is this the right
Would have
thing?
been
This is March.
4th, then 11th, then 18th.
Ah, yes,
So,
that is correct. Okay, yes, I see now. Damn, the week not starting on Monday and starting on Sundays in the U.S.
Okay, yeah. I'll talk about it in Discord when we're done here. So
Okay.
I have an appointment on the 18th in the afternoon, so
Ah,
oh no.
we will have to figure that out.
so we will be on the 19th. Wow, who would have thought? No, 12. Shit, I don't fucking know anymore. I don't fucking know
It
anymore.
wouldn't be able to be the 19th because I have to pick up my wedding dress for its final fitting on the 19th.
Well, fuck. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe
figure
we'll
it out.
do a session back to back.
Maybe the session will be tomorrow. Who knows? We'll find out next time. On Dragon Ball Z.
We'll play it later. I don't know when Rue's appointment is. Or Sunstone's appointment is on the 18th.
It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
Who knows? We'll figure it out.
We
Yeah.
will.
Alright, well,
Alright.
farewell. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Take care.
And I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Farewell.